So, looks like I got my first legendary champion in only 7 days. I guess it's just that simple. How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious, and welcome back to the school. It is day 7 in our brand new series, which isn't feeling that brand new anymore. We are 1 week in. Time's flying, but also it's not. I feel like I've been playing Raid so much. It's crazy. I have so much to catch you guys up on. I'm done talking here. Let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
For those of you who missed it on stream this morning, we pulled 10 Void Shards. We have this God Seeker Aniri event. We're hoping we can get 15 more if a pack comes up. We've got almost $50 saved up left on the budget. But we did 10 of the pulls already. So let's just get right into it. Let's cut to the chase. Let's see how we did. So I spoke on Discord. I spoke with the chat. We decided we believe in ourselves. We believe the good offers will come, and we don't want to wait anymore. We're going to do pulls. And I know it's only going to be 10 Void pulls, and I haven't even told anyone this, not on Discord, not in the chat, on Twitch right now, where I am live. Come catch me, twitch.tv/FastidiousYT, FastidiousYT. YT is in YouTube. But I haven't even told them this, but we're going to do one bonus Sacred Shard pull as well. Why is that? Well, let's load up the events. You know, it's a new account. It's only day 7, so we're always hurting for resources. I cannot believe how long these event and tournament pages always take to load. Let's go to the summon rush here. So 25 Void Shards, assuming we do them all, right? 25 Void Shards at 120 points apiece. That's going to be 3,000 points. So that would get us all these goodies all the way up to the rank 5 chicken. But if we pop just one Sacred Shard, 500 points, we get a legendary skill book. I think that's great. Maybe we'll get something amazing from the shard, maybe not. But even just getting, you know, Tashada, you know, one of the worst champs in the game, Marksman, something like that. I think one Sacred for a legendary skill tome, to me, is a good trade. I know people love their legendary skill tomes. I mean, their Sacred Shards, excuse me, but at this point, we need those books. We're not farming Nightmare Clan Boss. We're not farming UNM Clan Boss, Ultra Nightmare. We're desperate for those books. And yeah, there's tons of epics that could still help us out. Enough hyping it all up. We've got space. We've got cash. Let's pull away. And you know what I think we're going to do? Because I'm feeling really saucy. We're going to do a 10 pull. I've never done a 10 pull before, ever. Because I never have shards on my free-to-play account. But we're whales now, right? So you got a 10 pull. Let's do this thing. Yes! Skimfo stinks! That Cold Heart is so good, though. Oh! I almost thought it was the best start ever. Another one! Light Sword. Another one! Oh, gosh. Wow. I mean, this was insane. 10 pull for a non-2X. Outrageous. Outrageous. We got Cold Heart. Oh, my God. And then 3 epics. However, I don't really like any of these. Skimfos is something to think about. Light Sword is cool. The problem with Light Sword, I'll tell you in a second. Bairdell, he's niche. He's got this passive where he always places a counter attack on him at the start of each round. But yeah. And then at the end of their turn. So pretty interesting stuff. What is this? Triple hitter with decreased defense and heal reduction. Maybe useful. We can find a use for him in the Fire Knight. Double hitter here. So yeah, he's like kind of Fire Knight geared with the heal reductions. He's kind of interesting. I don't know. Attack in dungeons. Maybe he'll find a use for him. Skimfos I really don't like. Skimfos is part of, I want to say, the Brogni fusion, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure I am. You have to like frag fuse him and then fuse him into Brogni. You got decreased speed, turn meter steal, actually kind of a cool A1. This AoE decrease attack, and then transfers. I mean, it's not a terrible kit. And then this weird kind of niche thing here, transfers all debuffs from this champion to a target enemy. We'll think about him. And then a steal, 100% of target's turn meter if it's critical. He's not terrible. Twisted heals this champion by 5% of their max HP for each debuff on the start. It's something. It's something. I mean, there's stuff going on with this kit. So you want debuffs on him, which is hard. You know, if you had something like Girth Tuck Mossbeard, it could be interesting. He's not as bad as I remembered him being. Let's go to Lightsworn. I'm saving the best of the epics for last, but not the best of the champions. Cold Heart is enormous. But the problem with Lightsworn I love this move, right? Increased defense and revive on death on a Void champion, 2 turns. It's very similar to like Crimson Helm. The problem is 4-turn cooldown. If this was on a 3-turn cooldown, I would love this guy. 4-turn cooldown, I don't know about all that. Then what? We've got single target, places decrease attack and 30% decrease speed for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. So pretty cool single target move here. Kind of have to book him out to get the full use of that. And then triple air on the A1. So this is these pulls between him and Beardall. This is going to help us. Whatchamacallit? This should definitely help us for the Fire Knight. Yeah, it's something. It's something. And then finally, Cold Heart. I think everyone's familiar, but if you're not, 4 times at random, unbelievable for Fire Knight. We really hit the Fire Knight jackpot. And then when ascended, 100% heal reduction, amazing for Fire Knight. Then we've got attacks all enemies, decrease accuracy, kind of cool. Poison if thunder heal reduction, pretty cool. And then what she's all about, monster of a move, outrageous move, outrageous. Single target decreases the target's turn by 100%, 4-turn cooldown, extra 30% chance of inflicting a crit. So you only need to build her with 70% critical rate, and then damage increases according to enemy max HP. She is such an insane nuke. She's a beast from the east. This was sweet. It's actually going to be kind of hard for the main account to beat that, but gosh, we're going to try. But before we do, I told you we were going to pull the 1 sacred shard, and I'm not gonna welch on that now. So let's see who's rated up. To me, all these guys would be really useful, except for Anax. I mean, if we got him, we probably might still build him for Clan Boss, but I'm not really crazy about him. But in particular, Zavia and then Calvalax. Calvalax is wild. So that would be amazing. That would be amazing. All right, dedos cruzados, como siempre. Let's go. Show me the gold, baby. Show me the gold. Okay, Epic. It's not horrible. You know, it's really not horrible. It might seem horrible, Ultimate Gaelic, yuck. It is AoE HP burn, and why not? I mean, we'll take it, right? It's AoE HP burn. Sweet. There you have it. We have Voids on the account now. These were our first 10 Void champions. Let's take one last gander at what we're looking at. Where are they all? All right, we got Beardall, who you saw from the video I'm a bit on the fence about. We got Skimphos, pretty cool. Ultimate Gallic, you saw, that was from our Sacred Shard. Honestly, a really lucky pull. I mean, the fact that we already have AoE HP burn, he might be the worst AoE HP burn in the whole game. He probably is, but he still has it. And he's not that hard to build. He easily can work at 50 if we build him right later on, once we reach that later on, when we're further along in Spider Dungeon content. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. What else do we get? I've already used some of the Voids as food and stuff. However, one of those Void rares was really special. I'll cut to a clip from earlier. We are just plowing through these missions. We're on this one right now. Get 4 champions to rank 5. For anyone playing along at home, you might remember we've got Rector Drath fully done. Hotatsu's nearly there at 50, but she's a 5-star, or he. I don't know what Hotatsu is. Very confusing design. And then Alexander, the great sharpshooter over here, he started off as 5-star, so he counts. However, we need one more. We just pulled our Cold Heart. Couldn't wait to get her up. Bang, bang, boom. Bing, bong. There we go. She's good to go, and we keep on trugging off to the Void Keep. We had to make another 5-star champion, so literally no better choice than Cold Heart. Here she is. She's at level 10. I was going to level her up, and then I was like, why not just save these levels? She's a 5-star champion that we're going to bring to 50. Let's wait till there's another champ training event or tournament with the fusion coming up in only 3 days or whatever. I just want to show Cold Heart again. I know I just did the video, but quadruple hitter, an AoE that's like whatever, but decreased accuracy is not useless. Chance for poison, and then Heartseeker, insane move. On my main free-to-play, I run her in a reflex set. Really, really cool. I just turned the A2 off. So we get quadruple hitter, and then we have a 40% chance every turn with the reflex set of reducing a cooldown of one move. Because this move is never on cooldown, because we never use it, it's always Heartseeker, so basically you can get it on like a 3-turn cooldown. It's amazing. She's actually really easy to build. She's stat hungry, but because of the crit rate, and because you really don't need any attack on her, you just throw HP on her, throw accuracy, throw speed, get that crit damage going. She's amazing. I'm glad that there are a couple rare champions that are so usable. I wish there were more. I'm such a proponent of, more accessible champions, but so be it. All right, the report card. Well, first off, I'd be remiss to not mention the last new champion we got, or actually the first of the bunch, Simple. Let's give you guys a peek at this guy. We got him up to level 47. I actually think I have materials that I could have sent him with. Yeah, only a little bit. I have a decent amount of arcade. No, I don't. I can barely ascend him. But I could farm to ascend him. However, I'm choosing not to because actually ascending champions, the best time to do it is during a CVC. We should be getting a clan versus clan tournament on Tuesday in just 4 days time, I guess. And ascending legendary champions gets you actually a lot of points. Whereas opposed to if you do it during champ training, you get like nothing for it. But yeah, so let's do our check-in. We're actually better to start than, so I mentioned that we had that spider tournament, right? So if you guys had seen my other videos, I was the first place in that tournament had 3 points, and then everyone else was tied for second with 0. So what I did was I threw that gear you saw on Simple right when he's at like level 5 or something. It wasn't as leveled at the time either, and I was like, maybe he can just beat Spider 1 and we can do it a couple times. Maybe we'll win the tournament. So I did it once. We got 3 points, so we were tied for first, and then I went to sleep, and I totally forgot I was going to do that. So if we scroll down here, such a missed opportunity. Like, ugh, it makes me cringe thinking that this happened. Like, I'm going to be talking about this for weeks. We got the most points. We also got 3 points, and we would have won the group if I just had clicked it one more. I think it would have only been like 8 energy, but I just forgot, and I just feel like such a doofus. However, that's an ancient shard, some rank up charms. Will they let me X out of this? Come on. My whole life is just a struggle dealing with my computer and the interfaces of playing this game. But yeah, we got some relentless gear. How about we actually, that's actually a good place to check in. Let's start with gear. I promise I'm going to try to go fast, guys. We got 6 pieces of rare relentless gear, 5 stars. So 5-star rare relentless. It's okay. These are the kind of pieces that unless they're like really excellent, they probably won't last in the account that long. But I love relentless sets. I use them on so many different kinds of champions. So if they're half decent, I will be keeping them. Resistance and accuracy, it could be worse. We'll keep it. Crit and defense, we'll keep it. Accuracy and HP percentage, we'll keep it. Now this we love, right? Like this would be so good down the road if we get in the lore or something, right? Crit rate gloves, a speed sub. You really want speed on relentless gear. No point in giving them a chance to proc the extra turn if they're going so slow that you could just put them in speed gear and they would have made up the same number of turns, right? If they take 5 turns and every 5th turn they're procking an extra one, but they could have just been faster on like a 6-to-5 ratio, if that makes sense. They could have just been 20% faster, then you're not accomplishing much of anything. I mean, a little bit, but not so much. But you love the speed sub. This is a beautiful piece. I mean, if this rolls double speed, I mean, 5 stars annoying, but defense percentage, speed sub, these pieces are all okay. We might already be putting Rector Drath in a relentless set, something like that. If these are speed boots, I'm going to go crazy. No. But not bad. HP percentage, crit rate, and accuracy. I mean, none of this stuff is really that usable later on, but right now, I think all of it is. Later on, though, I would say, like, maybe not end game, but late game, these gloves are really good, and if this rolls double speed, this chest is very solid. Yeah, I'm happy I did that singular run and got that free stuff. I am really kicking myself, though, that I didn't take advantage. All right, let's just look at the rest of our gear. I'll just click quickly so you can just see. This is kind of what we're running. This is like the stuff I got from like the very first day. On Rector, I really want to re-gear her, but we just don't have that good gear. These are some random pieces from the Forge on Hotatsu. These Resilience pieces. Alexander has like the leftovers from Kale's starter set. And then some of that Cruel gear we got. Nothing on Cold Heart yet. Really random stuff. Basically, I'm only using Zargula just to be the fastest at 167 with 91 accuracy, but then when I run her as a lead in dungeons and stuff with her, she gets 40 accuracy all battles, so it's 131 accuracy, pretty good. We've got like the first 2 tiers of mastery as well. What else? That's basically it. Really random gear on Grizzled Jarl. Yeah. So let me show you what other pieces might be hiding out. You just saw that. We did a lot of Ice Golem for the missions. We got a little bit there. I got to sell off tons of this stuff because I was doing a lot of campaign farming of speed. Really nothing speaking to me that much. This one could be really nice. Speed and crit rate on a crit rate thing. I need to roll that up during the next artifact enhancement. This one has a speed sub and this one has a speed sub. I'm trying to remember everything as I see it. This is a speed sub. Yeah, I mean, this isn't too interesting for you guys to see, but you can just see we're kind of strapped. This is the 1 6-star drop we've gotten from Dragon 13, and I rolled it to 8, and it actually has rolled really well so far. So this is a piece I also was considering for Rector Drath. She would be really tanky if we got her in a Stalwart set, but even just using as a broken piece could be useful. This turned out okay with a double crit roll. This has a speed roll at 8. And yeah, this stuff is okay. You guys remember these gloves, bane of my existence. Got these big crit damage gloves, but the worst 3 imaginable subsets. And then, yeah, this is going to be sold eventually, too. There you have it. I don't know why I X'd out. The next thing I wanted to do was champions. So, these champions 1 week in. Of course, the champions 1 week in that we're using a lot might not be the champions we're using a lot 4 weeks in, or 8 weeks in, or 6 months in, right? But Kale, he's doing great so far. I really am not happy with his gear. I put him in these attack percentage boots that I farmed up. They actually happen to roll pretty well with the speed sub, but he's pretty slow. He's at 146. Sometimes all my 3 main guys, so it will, in order for my arena team, which I'll show you in a bit, but I'll just tell you now, it goes Spirit Host, then Zargala, then Rector Drath, then Kale. Sometimes I'll get the first 3 to go, and then they'll cut in for Kale. We really need like a turn meter booster or something. Hopefully that's something we can acquire soon. 146 speed, I mean, it could be worse. HP is actually solid for where we're at in the game right now, in my opinion. Defense is not horrible, but it's bad. Attack is actually really good, I think. Crit rate is really good. We want him at 85, but we'll take this. Crit damage is really bad. I really want this like 120, 130 or higher. 150 is where I would love to see him like in a week's time. Not much accuracy, but that's why we've been running Zargala as lead in like all content. We got Rector Drath here. She needs a lot of work, but she's going to be, of all these champs we're looking at right now, her and Coldheart are the ones that are going to go all the way to the end with us, I think. Hotatsu, I've been really impressed with. The multipliers on this are really good. I believe this has a 4x multiplier, which isn't that crazy, but on a defense-based champion, like, we can get a lot of tankiness, and then as long as we just get some crit, this could really be smacking later on when we have better gear. Zargala, I really like Devastate, but she takes a lot of books, and this is gonna be hard to make work on auto. Like, her whole kit is kind of built around this move. Cracked Armor is really cool, triple hitter, chance of AoE decreased defense, but I'm really seeing how, yeah, you really want to be taking advantage, because this even booked out is only a 4-turn cooldown. If this was a 3-turn cooldown, then she's kind of cracked. Cracked Armor, pun intended, I guess. But Devastate here, you know, she's got to make the kill. It's going to hit hard once we get the other 25% damage if we ever decide to book her. And it will be on a 2-turn cooldown. That's kind of what makes her special. But on auto, you know, especially later on, like, could I ever use her in Doom Tower? Like, no, you know? We could fit her into, like, a couple dungeons, maybe. Like, Dragon is the only place I really see her. Dragon, and then, for now, Arena. So I don't see bringing her to 6 stars for a really long time. Of course, Faction Wars down the road, maybe we would. But I feel like we could make her work at 5 stars. So she's not going to be a big investment. Grizzled Jarl is solid. Just straight up solid. We still might use him. But I just think he's outclassed by Hotatsu in, like, every way. War Maiden, I'm holding on to. I actually got it farmed an extra copy today. Just because, like, we have Tag Team Arena unlocked now, and we need AoE decreased defense. So between her, Zargala, and Alexander, we've kind of got that all sorted. Lightsworn, someone I'm interested in. I like the triple hitter. I would love to know. Let me know in the comments if you know, or else I'll do more research. Attacks one enemy 3 times, decreases the turn meter by 10%. Is it 10% each hit? I feel like it's not, because I would have heard about him then, because that's a pretty cool move. If it is, I mean, that's relevant on a Void champion, right? So he can't really weak hit. This move is kind of cool. How many books does this guy take? 4. Okay, so only 9 books. I mean, like I said before when we were doing the pulls, this move's cool, decrease attack, and there's no, you don't have to increase this. So even to unbook, this is already at 100% chance as long as you have enough accuracy. Decrease speed, really underrated, really good against bosses. Can't get it on Dragon, unfortunately, but really good. I could see him being super useful against the Spider, you know? And then this move, increased defense, we're somehow, like, we were really rich in increased defense champions between Hotatsu, Grizzled Jarl, and then Lightsworn, but it's still a cool move. AoE Revive on Death for 2 turns is really nice. But like I said, I wish this was a 3-turn cooldown. Then this would be like a special champion. As of now, I think he's like a 5.5 out of 10. I don't know. Like I said about Ultimate Gallic, I like that. So Skimfos, this is who I want to talk about. Beardall, I don't see us ever building him, to be honest. We're pay to win. We don't need to go to like bottom kind of champs that have like some upside, but I'm not really intrigued by him. I mean, you can do kind of like cheesy stuff. I've seen it in Arena sometime with his counterattack, but I'm not interested. Ally attack in dungeons, I guess that's cool. Skimfos, I'm intrigued. I am. I kind of got the kit wrong with my first read, but so So you got a double hitter here. First chance when booked out, 45% chance, but I'm going to say if you get the sniper mastery, it's 5% more, right? So 50% chance to decrease speed, and then 50% chance to decrease turn meter by 10%. Pretty cool move. Kind of like Syl the Drake's. Similar vibes. I really like it. Then we got AoE here, 100% chance when booked on a 3-turn cooldown of placing decreased attack AoE, and he's void, right? So as long as you have enough accuracy, it's gonna land. And then after attacking, transfers everything but the crowd control debuffs from allies onto him. Oh, excuse me, I'm just gonna knock my freaking lamp over. That's how excited I am, because I think Skimfos, maybe is he good? Has anyone used him? Let me know in the comments. I mean, I'm intrigued. So he put all the buffs on himself, right? Then you got this, Clutch of Woe. Transfers all the debuffs from himself, so there's tons of poisons out there or something. He puts them all on himself. They go from this champion. He's like stored them up. He's hoarding them over the winter. He's got all his little acorns, and then he attacks a target, steals 100% of their turn meter, and then he transfers them to the target, right? Actually, no, he transfers them, then he attacks. So maybe if you picked up a weaken and a decreased defense or something, you throw it out. I mean, it's going to take setup, but I mean, in certain content, like the dragon, right? Couldn't he be amazing in the dragon when the dragon puts out the AoE poisons? He puts all the poisons on himself, and then he shoots them out. I mean, that's pretty sweet. And then on top of that, heals them by 5% of their max HP for each debuff on them at the start of each turn. So if he's got a bunch of 5% poisons, they'll bring him down, but then he'll heal right back up. If it goes one by one, I don't know how it ticks, then he won't die from it. I guess there's the issue, if he takes like 8 poisons on himself, maybe he could kill himself. Who knows? But I mean, that's pretty cool. And then if he's under 4 more debuffs, so again, I'm thinking he could be just a Dragon Slayer. Increase attack, increase crit damage. We don't have any AoE increase attack. I'm really want to get to Dragon 20, if that's not clear. I think it's more important than Clan Boss right now, because the only way you're going to succeed in Clan Boss is by getting the gear from Dragon 20. I don't know, this just, his kit, when I was doing Brogni, I said every single one of those 3, it was like Mordecai, Giscard, somebody in Skimfos. I'll think of it in a second. Mordecai's and Siege Hulk, I think. If I got all 4 of those, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'll pat myself on the back. No, Siege Hulk was later on. I think Siege Hulk was turn date. But and then a big attack aura in Doom Tower. I just think he's kind of cool. Oh god, I'm gonna lose my mind if I can't think who the other one was. It was another Fenshi. It was Fenshi. Nailed it. I thought he was the worst. Simpo was the worst, but looking at this, I don't know. Like, he's weird, super weird. He's like debuffing himself, and he's got a strange passive. But I'd be lying if I said that I was not intrigued. I would be lying. Simple as that. And that kind of covers it. However, I'm gonna put 3 screenshots on the screen right now. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So I've been doing chaining farming, right? So I've been getting a lot of food champs, as you can see. Let's go like this, actually, so you can see lots of food. And then I've actually expanded both my vault and my roster. Look at that, a lot of food champs ready to go. But on the way, I picked up some rares, and could you believe we got what's her face? Soulbound Boyer, really underrated champ, really cool. Crit in all battles, only 12%, but pretty cool. AoE on the A1, and then all her moves have an extra 25%. So if you run her lead, right, you're starting out with 37% plus the 15 every character starts with. So you're looking at, what, 52%? Make it 57 once you get that first mastery on her. This guy right here, what's it called? Deadly Precision. So she's really easy to fully crit out. Then you got this move here. What is it? 75% chance to ignore target defense. Really cool. And then a full turn meter drop. I'm intrigued. I probably will end up booking her. So we got her for free, basically, from a mystery shard. Then we got Abyssal, who, you see I already have some random gear on just because the Demon Spawn Crypt was unlocked. Turns out he hits like a noodle, but he does have an AoE A1, so at least we can farm a little bit. We farmed up to like stage 2 of Faction Wars. That's something. And then Wild Pull, Frozen Banshee. I don't think I'm gonna bring her past 50, but up to 50, I mean, she is a goddess for Clan Boss and really, really good in the Dragon. I mean, depending on how our progression's going, if we have a lot of resources and we need someone to build, we will 60 her. I mean, Frostblight, really cool move. Places 25% poison sensitivity. Poison sensitivity is really strong. It just makes your poisons, I think, 25% more potent. That's where the 25% comes from. So instead of doing like 50,000, right, we'll do like 62,500 damage. So 12,500 extra, 25% of 50,000. And then if you have the poison sensitivity on, she does a double poison with her A1, just like spamming that. You got her with a counterattack champion, you got too many poisons on your clan boss bar. It's a good problem to have. And then our A2, not the worst thing in the world. If you're fully loading up enemy's bar with the 10 debuffs, you know, you're filling the turn meter of all allies by 2%, so you can get a 20% turn meter fill and a 3-turn cooldown on that move, and it hits kind of hard. She hits hard. So we got really, really lucky with those. Would have I preferred an apothecary? Yes. All right, moving on. So, campaign. We have finished all of normal. We got that void shard. All of hard, we got that sacred, and all of brutal. So actually, let's grab this. Have not touched nightmare yet, and quite frankly, I'm not interested. Nightmare is like not something I'm gonna look at for. I don't want to do nightmare until it's like a walk in the park. If we have to wait till we have like Still the Drakes, I'll wait. I mean, I don't. Unless for some reason we absolutely need that sacred shard, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over nightmare. And that's campaign. Oh, I should actually say while we're there, we're doing all our farming with Kale. However, like I said, I don't love his build yet. I'm at like 90% success farming 12-3, not 100. I've even tried 12-4. Again, I'm not at 100% success. So I've been farming 9-3, which is something maybe you guys should consider. You can get War Maiden drops, which is really good. Books for her, Faction Guardians, for her, Soulbound Boyer. Something to consider. We're just going to go boop, boop, boop down the line, right? So dungeons. From right to left, from hard to easy. So we made it up to stage 8 of Fire Knight's Castle. Now that we have Cold Heart, no question we can get to like 10 or 11. Huge. That quadruple hitter it's truly invaluable. I'm getting like a cold in the middle of this recording. You guys can hear it, right? I feel all clogged up. Dragon, this is what I'm most proud of. We're already farming Dragon 13. This actually is not at 100%. This is at like 95 maybe, 90 or 95. I've only done maybe like 40, 50 runs. So not so many to have a great sample size, but not a bad time, and we've had good success. A little more tweaking, and that will be 100%, no question. Spider's Den, we have pushed to stage 9. No way. I think we tried stage 10 and we failed, but that's okay. I mean, I really want a Dark Elves banner for Kale, which I'll explain why in a little bit when we go to challenges. Ice Golem's hard because there's a lot of RNG. I mean, you see this is a fast time here at 233. And even 120 on stage 10, but like we can't farm this 100% at all. This is at 100%, so that's cool, but this is really hit and miss with triggering the Frigid Vengeance passive from him. Minotaur, we've gone up to 13. If I'm manual, maybe I could do 14. I've just been farming stage 11, solo with Kale. It works. It could be faster. I mean, he sucks. I guess we got 36 seconds. That's not that bad. That's actually really good. But my Kale build is terrible. I'm really not happy with it. I need new gear for him. We got up to stage 12 for the Force Keep. I think a really successful first week. Let me know what you guys think. Stage 12 for the Void Keep, and we did fail. We failed both of those, so we can't go further than that. I stopped at stage 11 because I'm very confident I can't go further without manualing it. The way I would do is I can manual it and control Alex's A3, which removes all the buffs. It's really, his kit sucks. We're going to talk about him in a second. I should have talked to him, actually, right after this, we're going to talk about him. We did stage 14 in Arcane, really cool. That was on auto as well. Actually, 13 was on, I think 14 I had to part manual. And then stage 12 here. We could do higher, but Grizzled Jarl's hero reduction, it's really inconsistent, and it's not worth pushing it. So I've just been farming stage 11 when I've had to for the missions. All right, I really want to talk about Simple. Sorry, guys, I know this is going to end up being a long video, but so be it. He sucks. Like, I did research on him. I looked up his multipliers. I've been testing him out. He hits really hard. Don't get me wrong, but like so does Kale. Like a lot of people do. I'm not impressed. Like the A1's really cool with this with the freeze, but like it's not special at all. I hate this conditional stuff on this, and they released the 8 new champions, the new January champions. A couple of them have these faction-specific conditions. They're trying to force this, like, I'm assuming a PvP meta, where you're, like, countering different defense comps with your, like, faction advantageous, you know, the proper lineups, this faction to that faction, like you're playing some weird kind of Pokemon with all the different poison type and bug type and fire type and this and this and this. Pokemon nailed it. This is not nailing it. I don't like this at all. If you want to make it generally like all high elves are strong against ogres and weak against this, then we can talk. But these weird little things, it's like, get the frick out of here. I don't care. I don't care. So basically I ignore that. I see 50% freeze. You can't increase it. This could go to like 75%. Now we're cooking. Now we're talking about a champion. Here, AoE decrease defense. It's cool, but like we already have 2 champions that can do that. This move hits crazy hard, which I love, but I'm not going to book it for that. I wanted him to give me a reason to book him. I really wanted to book him. I don't think we're going to book him. I mean, I'm not going to rule it out 100%, but then like this move, man, you only get 20% extra damage too. Like give me like 40. Like Elder Scar gets 40% extra damage, I think. Or at least 30. I mean, some champions, it's crazy. Attacks on enemy, removes all buffs. And then you don't even remove them before attacking. Like, I know, like, I'm gonna go to Mashald right now. He's like one of my favorite champions from my main account, and maybe it's not fair to compare him to Mashald, but when I started playing this game in 2019, Mashald freaking stunk, and then they gave him this buff, right? So they didn't have to go this hard on him, they chose to. This move, attacks on enemy, 100% chance before attacking when you book him out on a 3-turn cooldown. The other one with Simples only goes to a 4-turn cooldown. 100% chance to steal, not even remove, steal all the buffs before attacking. 100%. And then not only does it do that, so not only does it remove it, it steals it. Not only does it not do it after, it does it before, but then he does 3 more things. 100% heal reduction, super underrated, super useful. 2 continuous heals. I can solo Minnow farm with Mashald. Minnow 15, him and anything else I can do in 40 seconds. It's nothing. With easy gear. 3 turns, and then damage increases by 50% if they have no buffs. It's like, I'm not saying his move has to be as good as Mashald, and that's not even talking about how good his A2 and his A1 are, but like at least make it in the same universe. I mean, this makes Mashald look like a legendary, makes Simple look like an uncommon. Alright, my Simple rant is over. Moving on. It's been such a long week. I forgot how much you have to play this game at the beginning. All right, Faction Wars, really not much to speak of. We're at 28 stars. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. We have made a little progress today because we got 6 stars of Demon Spawn. I think the only other place we got stars is Orcs. We got 11, and Dark Elves, we've got 11. Dunzo. We'll be able to get more on Dark Elves once we have just like filler champs, but we don't have those right now. All right, Arena. Tag Team Arena, we'll start there. It's really hard to even use my keys because we don't have enough champions to even beat like easy teams like this because they're all 60s, so I can't do that. I have to look for I'm just looking at team powers. Like here, maybe we would have a shot. I mean, I'm not going to do a battle and bore everyone with that. This is the worst content in Raid. There's a game I used to play, Calibria Crystal Guardians. Never got big, but I really liked it. But it was really just like Raid, just like Summoners Wars. And they had Tag Team Arena. They called it 3v3 Arena. And you could like set up your teams. Like you would do like this, and then you could fight it yourself, or just there'd be a button here and it'd say auto, and it would simulate it in 1 second. And it's your risk, you know. If you don't want to simulate it, you can go in there and manual it, but it would just boom, done. So I could do all my 10. It was also 10 tokens. I can knock them all out in 30 seconds, no exaggeration. I hate 3v3. It's so time consuming. It's so boring. Okay, Classic Arena. We're stuck in Silver 3. You know, I think our defense hasn't even been up. We're just stuck here. I don't think there are many people in Silver 3. I wonder if I can go back. I fought this guy like twice this afternoon. I wonder if I go to battle log, what's his name? Estros, yeah, look at that. Look how quickly I fought him back to back. This was an hour 54 minutes ago. And then an hour 51 minutes ago. I fought him like, is that possible? I mean, I swear, I was like, didn't I just fight a team with a Queen Eva and a Misgrade Monster Lead? And yeah, I don't know what's going on. Why am I getting the same guys over and over? But some of these teams are getting really strong. 81, 65, 94, 72. I mean, this is a team maybe I could beat, but Sathalia is really tricky to fight against. Look at that, Skull Crown lead. It's very hard. Lysandra, like, get out of here, this team. Get out. Crazy. But yeah, that's Arena. It's whatever. I'm hoping we can just get a couple more usable champions. I would love to just get enough gold to start getting my direct star fragments together, but I understand it might take some time. Clan Boss, we just put up a huge key. I almost one keyed, and then I did another key, which is even more. I think I need 3.6, a little over 3.6. I did 3.1 and then 3. Wait, let me do the math. No, I did like 2.9 or 2.8, and then I did 3.4 was my last key. Haven't done easy today, I don't think, but it's an easy one key. We're getting over 3 million here. Shout out to First Leaf. Very, very strong performance right there. This team is coming together, huh? All right, so that's Clan Boss. This is actually going a little faster than I thought. Doom Tower, I just tried the first floor to see if I could do it, and I did. I actually wonder what time I got. 31 turns, not that bad. So yeah, I'm actually going to click here, set this up, and let's have a chat. So guys, I really would love your feedback. I'm doing, it's kind of a similar format to my last series in that I'm giving you check-ins and I'm explaining the things I do, and I'm hating making thumbnails and all the stuff I had to do last time with my free-to-play series. But I know it's different because it's like, it's very collaborative. We're making so many decisions together, whether it be live in the Twitch chat or on Discord. If you want to participate, you don't have to always come to my streams. You can just hang out in the Discord. We have a special role student. I'm always tagging people. But I really want to know what you guys think of this series. If there's anything you think I could do better. You know, I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. Everyone knows, everyone who watches me knows that's my one goal, 1,000 subscribers. I like that 4-digit number, and when I get to 1,000, I can become an official raid creator, which doesn't really mean much aside from the fact that I can get access to like every single PNG they have. Because a lot of people know, and I'm not joking, like people on my Discord will know, people that go to my streams will know, I quit making the videos because I hate making thumbnails. I hate editing, but even more so, I hate making thumbnails. And it would be a lot easier if I just had all those PNGs. So I really want to get to 1,000. And also, it'd feel cool to be an official blah, blah, blah. So apparently, we'll be able to make it, I think, probably to floor 10. I bet you we can beat the Magma Dragon, so that'll be cool. That Fatal Gear actually won't be terrible. I wouldn't mind getting some of that. But yeah, please let me know what you think. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I think we're making really good progress. I'm kind of blown away by these missions. I'm about to finish this one, and we actually still have how much time left in the day? An hour left in the day. So by the time day 7 ends, I would think I'll be able to do this. We'll probably be around here. So look how close we are to the end of this page. I mean, I think we got to pat ourselves on the back a little. I think this went really well. Guys, thank you so much for supporting me this week, for following me on my channel. Come hang out in the Discord. I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.